What I found very interesting through this whole process, the whole offseason, is it was kind of apparent, like, after that NFC Championship game, that was going to be Jimmy Garoppolo's last game as a 49er. He's had a press conference like a couple days later saying it's been real. The feel was that, it's Trey Lance's time, and rightfully so. The 49ers gave up 3 first-round picks to get this guy. But obviously Jimmy G's been hurt. He got shoulder surgery. And the 49ers, they've never traded him because they never really found a deal that they thought was worth his value. And it's interesting because we've been preaching this whole offseason that, there are all these teams that need quarterbacks, and Jimmy G's a winner. He's all he's done is won in the playoffs. And no team really wanted him. And I think the shoulder surgery has a lot to do with it. I think the fact that he still has 1 year, $24 million left on his contract still has a lot to do with that. And the one real strong feeling I have on this is, if you're the 49ers, Trey Lance has to be your starting quarterback next year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gave up 3 first-round picks for the guy. He sat out all of 2020, so he hasn't played really a full year in 2 years now. He got a little bit of experience last year. Up and down, you could see why he was the number 3 overall pick in the draft. But, this is why Kyle Shanahan has paid the big bucks. And ultimately, the 49ers made the decision to draft Trey Lance for a reason. They needed an upgrade at the quarterback position. And the good thing about Jimmy is, he's a great guy. He's a great teammate, which is valuable. And I think that could help teams. But, at the end of the day, when you ask, why do teams want Tom Brady? He's the best teammate ever, but that's not why teams want him. They want him because of his arm and his ability to play good quarterback. And when it comes to Jimmy, I kind of just think the Niners fumbled the bag here. They should have traded him when they had the chance, and now they're kind of stuck with him.
Yes, I would say that I do not like how Kyle Shanahan is handling this quarterback situation. First, let me start off by saying I do agree in the sense that I do think Trey Lance should be the starting quarterback this upcoming season. And I was actually trending towards Jimmy Garoppolo before I came to my senses. And the reason why was because when I looked at the NFC, I think there's a path for the 49ers to shoot up the ranks and be a top 3 NFC team along with the Rams, the Buccaneers, and Jimmy Garoppolo has that experience. When you look at the other teams in the NFC, man, the reason why ultimately I'm going to say Trey Lance needs to start week 1 is because we have to remember this is going to be his second season. You want to see what the kid is made of, especially as he is leaving his rookie deal. Because we all know at some point in time, you're going to have to ink that pen for Kyle Shanahan, for Trey Lance. And you're only going to have, 2 more years after the season to really decipher, is this quarterback our quarterback of the future before we give him that bread? And as we talked about with guaranteed money, I would say guaranteed money, because guess what? The price going to go up, bro. By the time Trey Lance gets to his point where he got to get the big bucks, think about the cap. Think about the quarterback market at that time. He's going to get it. So you have to kind of evaluate this guy. Yes, it's tough because you're in a win-now situation. So it's not like, you better hope this guy is good, because it's not like, okay, we got to ease him in here. We got a win-now roster. So we got to hope that he's ready to play and he's ready to win. And we could evaluate if this is our quarterback in the future. Because if I ignored that, I would just say you rock with the experienced vet, run it back, and try to win in an easier conference. But that pivotal thing right there, this guy soon going to be expensive. You want to give him as much opportunities to show that he can win in the National Football League. And I think when we go back to last year, Kyle Shanahan did a terrible job in the sense that I thought he should have inserted more packaging for Trey Lance to get into the game. Wildcat. It worked in the preseason a little bit when you was testing it out. Why not go in the regular season and experiment? So I would have liked to see Trey Lance in the game a little bit more so he can smell the grass, smell the green, and get hit a little bit more, even though he had some various points where he played, but it wasn't a lot because of Jimmy Garoppolo's injury. Red zone, I would have loved to see him involved a little bit more so you can kind of ease him, and now this year, just throw him in there. I think the mistake that they made, all in all, was when they traded up to draft Trey Lance, not trading away Jimmy Garoppolo then. Because the only reason why they traded up to draft his successor is only one reason, and that's because of Jimmy Garoppolo's durability. Can't be because of winning. You look at his record, 45-18, made a Super Bowl appearance in the NFC Championship game. I'll take that any day of the week from a quarterback. It's the durability, the fact that he's always getting hurt. So now you run another season with him as quarterback. 17 games, you run that risk of him getting injured again. So even when he built some momentum and he played arguably the best game of his career when he needed to, week 17, I think that week 17 alone, prior to what we know transpired in the offseason, that week 17 was he's worth the second round pick and a mid-round pick off of that game alone. That right there earned them that. But once again, the reason why you wanted to move on was because of durability, sure enough, surgery on his throwing arm. And now everybody was like, man, get that out of here, bro. I'm out.
Can You Dig It Sports Radio Network is here. Revolutionize the game of media. Be a dig.